Yo guys, it is 1:20 a.m. on a Friday and I have some super sauce to give you. I was so excited to share this information with you. I was like, let me just hit record. Firstly, before I get into it, I want to credit Sway Flow for his video about multi-samples and how to actually do it. I want to credit Jacob for bringing it to my awareness from Software Audio. My best friend Jacob is his name. And he put me onto like the idea. I never even thought of multi-samples. And then B Sticks has a really good video about R&B processing and effects. And there's another dude who starts with a K. Forgive me, dude. I was watching your videos about Coop the Truth sample textures. So he's also a great person. I'll link him below. Forgive me for not memorizing his name. All right, guys. So pigments. I slept on Arturia. I even uninstalled all their plugins because I needed space on my computer. But I was sleeping on this plugin, and I gotta say I was wrong by sleeping on this plugin. All right, so let me just get into how to do it first. Let's go to here in pigments, go to where it says sample, and also here click up top and go to template and then go to default so it resets everything. Then we're going to go to the engine. We're going to switch it to sample mode so that we get a load of one shots. So basically, I don't know if we could delete this one, but basically all you got to do is just drag and drop one shots. If you guys want good one shots, look up Coop the Truth, and he has a bunch of one shot kits. Super dope sound. And let's, sorry, my like face is like being blocked. Y'all don't need to see me anyway. Okay, let's grab a one shot. So this is a fresh perspective. Let's grab this ukulele, drag it in, and we're gonna hit where it says edit. Okay, because what we want to do is like there's a little gap, so we want to cut the gap, bring it back, and then do something like this. Now, my favorite thing to do when I was sound designing was forward backward looping. And I know Jacob, one of his favorite things is round robin. So it's like as a sound designer, we all have our like thing. So if you go to play, we're going to switch this to actually keep it forward and then hit this little loop button right here. So now it will play forward and then repeat itself. So if I hit a note, but we don't want it to just repeat itself. We want it to go like wow, wow, and back. Okay, so go to loop mode. We're going to switch this to back and forth looping. This is one of my favorite looping modes. Okay, so what we want to do for multi-samples is click these little tabs where it says A, B, C, D, E, F. And now we're going to drag a different sample. So let's go to some kind of key. Now you do want to make sure that every one shot you bring in is tuned. But you can tune it, it looks like here, if you have to. Let's drag this in. All right, so now we have two one shots. We have A and then B. I don't know if does it play them both? All right, so it doesn't play them both when you play notes, but I'll show you guys what they told me how to do. Okay, so let's do forward, backward. Let's make this sample shorter. All right, now let's load up one more one shot on tab C. Let's do this. Put it on C. All right, let's do forward, backward looping. Again, click here, boom, boom, boom. Also, if your sample is kind of like not looping the way you want, try a loop fade. That will make sure the forward, backward, you know, it's 1 a.m. That will make sure the forward, backward looping is like smoother. So if it's not smooth, turn up loop fade. It's a crossfade function. All right, now we have all three. We're gonna go to where it says map. And I wanna say again, I watched the tutorial from Sway Flow. So go to map and then hit random. So what it's gonna do now is play samples A, B, and C randomly. So if I hit a key, wow, that was weird. It played C 3 times in a row. So I'm hitting one note and it's playing random samples. Now, why is that important? Is because the texture and the harmonics change per sample, and that change creates unique sound to the ear. So now let's add more samples, because now I'm realizing why people have all these slots filled up. It's because you need a lot of stuff. All right, let's drag this. Let's pick sounds with different textures. Let's do softer sounds and let's do like more plucky type sounds. Let's go to edit. Same old, forward looping. I mean, no, again, it is 1:30 a.m. y'all. I'm trying to speak properly, but my brain is saying the wrong things. Let's drag this to E. So thank goodness these are tuned. All right, so all these have different characteristics. We have some plucky ones and then some smoother sounds. Let's fill up to F. Let's do a texture, just so it's different. I'm sure Jack has a video on this produced by Jack. I'm sure this is one of their techniques. I'm not even sure. I'm just guessing. but those guys are always on the like latest sound design techniques. All right, so now if we go to map random, I can't believe I slept on Arteria Pigments this long. This is a sin that I slept on Arteria Pigments. All right, so let's create a vibe. Firstly, my buffer length is wilding out, so let me turn this up a little bit. All right, boom. Hopefully the audio is a little bit clear. All right, so now we're gonna go to pigments, and I'm just gonna make a chord progression here. We're just gonna use some R&B chords. Let's do minor ninth. Let's do this at, where we at here? D. Let's make this like a Coupe de Truth type. Let's go. This is filth. So now this is crazy. I'm reacting in real time to what how was I sleeping on this entire time? I have a melody course called Melody Mastery. I'm not here to sell that course. It's just the fact that I didn't have this information in the course is a cardinal sin. But I'm going to give this information for free on YouTube because I got this from other YouTubers and I want to respect them. But wow, that's nuts. What am I hearing? That's so insane. So every note is a different sample potentially. How did y'all let me sleep on this? This sounds so fire. Oh my God, I'm so hyped right now. Okay, so let me create a chord progression here. Now we're gonna get into music theory and ease. What? This is like a whole different world of production. I cannot believe like what I'm hearing right now. This is insanity. Let's do 5th and 9th, sharp 9 on the dominant chord. Now I don't like that octave, fortunately. Now the one thing about one shots is just weird is like the high pitch stuff goes faster and the slower pitch stuff goes slower. So that's the only thing here. It's a little quirky. So lower notes, I would assume, are better. So some stuff sounds good and then some stuff is hit or miss, but overall, this technique is nuts. Let's go to A minor this time. So I teach all this in my music theory courses for those who want to get educated. Let's do this. So I like one of the samples. So that forward backward looping per sample is insane. Shout out to Arteria. All right, so now let's get into the next tip because I was just blown away with that I'm like still in shock kind of. Let's go to song mode. I'm like pumped to share this with you. I can't wait to upload this video. Don't mind the thumbnail because again, it's 1:30 a.m. Let's go to drum breaks, beat butcher, and we're gonna go to drum loops. And so I was also asking myself, like, how do people get that like weird conductor type sound on their drums, or like the Alchemist sound on their drums where it's like boom, it's like a delay, but I didn't know what it was. So I thought I knew what it was, which I did know what it was, but I was using the wrong plugin. So I'll show you guys what it is in a second. So first, let's find a break that fits this vibe. So let's just grab this one. We're not going to spend like all the time trying to make a perfect beat here. Let's go to time mode, drag that out. I just don't like that open hi-hat at the end in particular. Let's grab the slice tool, hit Shift Alt, do a vertical slice. We're going to grab the slip tool and just make that something else. You can hit Alt left click to make that a different chop. We don't have much to choose from here, so I'll just leave it as is actually. All right, so we're gonna hit Control B, latch paste. I don't wanna like zone out. Let's hit Control L, send it to the mixer. Now there's a plugin called UAD EP34 Tape Echo. What I was mistakenly picking was the Roland plugin. So I would always pull up the Roland, what is it, RE201. So this is different than the 34 tape Echo. It does have delay, but this has reverb built in as well. It's a cool sound, but it's not the sound I was going for. So I've been around the real thing in Canada, this actual machine, and it's pretty cool. It has a light on it and everything on the panel, but I wanted to use this. So here's the sound. So now we need to route the drums to this track, which is track 2, channel 2. Now this drum break is just not the one. Let's just pick a different one. There we go. Let's do something slower. The reason is because we need space for the delays. To send that to channel 2. So now it goes like that. Now if we go to preset, and it's just one of the presets. So I think that first preset was, so it goes like, it's like a fast delay. So that's how you guys create that texture on the drums. Now let's get weird with pigments. Let's see if we could add some Portamento. This might be OD, but let's see if it works. I don't even know. So we have play mode. I'm gonna look around and see if there's Portamento. So we have glide time. Now they call it glide. So let's do always glide and turn this up. There we go. Let me exaggerate it so I can hear. Not sure that's adding any detail here. Now I wish this was like Serum, because in Serum I know how to show you guys a cool trick, which is, this might work, but it's not what I want. So basically I can have on alternative, I could have the sound pan left and right. I'm not sure how to do it exactly in Pigments because I don't see where that would even be. But we could do random and then drag that over the panning per the sample. I just got to figure out where the pan function is or where the knob is. I think voice pan. Let's see. This may or may not. This might be hit or miss, but let's try it. So random 1. We're going to drag that over the pan. So it looks like it has a range and it's not just static, which is good. So now I got to figure out the range. Let's turn this range up. Let's make it hard left and then make the range 100%. So now it's hard left and then can pan all the way to the right. So now we have a moving sound. Pretty unique. And one of these sounds, let's take off Portamento because it sounds kind of weird. So now I'm just fine tuning the sound. So so what I'm going to do is listen to the melody. I'm going to see which note it picks, because one of these notes, uh-oh, my FL just froze. Let's pray that it keeps going, because I'm going to have to edit this video. Oh, I think FL just froze on me, y'all. Dang. It's giving too much sauce. Come on, FL. All right, here we go. Just going to see which sample. Now, A is my favorite. I don't like F, so I'm going to remove F. That was one of those textures. It wasn't really a note. So now let's swap F with a different sample. Do something safe. I think we already have that one. Let's do some keys or guitar. Because that last sample was too, like, they call it atonal, meaning like no pitch to it. It did have a pitch, but it was like smeary type sound. All right, anyhow. All right, so this is a pitch slide, so I'm going to cut that off and add loop fade. Now, my favorite plugin to run drums through is Gold Clip. I'm not sure my computer can handle this, so pray for my computer. There's another plugin called Shaper Box. So I'm going to see if that adds any kind of flavor to the melody. But those are going to be the techniques. All right, my CPU is clearly going crazy right now. Come on, FL, you could do it. Hit the like button. Let's get the likes going so the FL could work any day now. Come on, they can do it. You can do it. Come on, FL. There we go. Okay, so this is Gold Clip, great for drums. All right, it looks like this first kick has like a little click. I'm gonna try to get rid of that little click. We lost some of the vibe on the sample. I think me changing that last sample changed the whole sound. I think it's just too musical too for this vibe. So I do like that chord progression, but let's make it more simple. And where we at here? Let's clone pattern 1. Let's make this like 3 chords max. So we have D minor 9, then we're gonna move into, let's do a different chord. Let's do an 11th chord. Let's get crazy. Let's get wild. Minor 11th chord. Here we go. Into A minor. Let's see if we can add some more vibe to the sample, even though it's already vibey. Let's send this to 4 in the mixer. It's hard to read this interface, but not sure if we could pan the, oh yeah, we can. Let's try this. So now I'm panning the delay to the right. See if we can increase the bass a little bit. Just to make the tone a little bit darker. Let's cut back the treble. So now we have a really unique sound. It's interesting. All right, let's try Shaper Box. I don't personally use Shaper Box, but let's see if we could find something that works. For me, this has been hit or miss. So what is all this? No, I don't want to download stuff. All right, so let's do time-based stuff. This is demo. I have the real version. I don't know why it says demo. All right, so let's try some stuffs. All right, so I'm just gonna go to all. I have no idea what these sound like, so let's just see. So this is like a multi-effect. Now I'm running just Pigments. I'm running Gold Clip, Tape Echo, and Shaper Box, and my CPU is almost at 40, which is not good. So making a whole beat with this is not ideal. It's super stressful on this computer. So if I were normally making a beat, it'd be impossible. We're at 50 CPU. Let's see what the culprit is. Let's go to View and Plugin Performance Monitor. Let's see which plugin's eating up. Okay, so Gold Clip is the culprit here. Let's turn Gold Clip off. If you guys want a Gold Clip alternative, try Standard Clip. It's not the same sound, but it's close. All right, so now you got the sauce. All right, let's open up Standard Clip. Where is it at? Standard. Here we go. The saturator is really good on this. weird enough, Gold Clip is like worse when you increase the buffer length. I don't know what, it's like in reverse. Usually you increase the buffer length, it gets better on plugins. For Gold Clip, it gets worse for some reason, at least in FL. So it needs a low buffer length sometimes. Anyhow, let's, what is causing crackling here? All right, let's go back to Shaper Box, see if we can find any. Let me make sure I turn this down so we don't blow somebody's speakers. That's not a cool sound. I don't know if people just search presets in this plugin or what. So think of this like gross beat on steroids. How do we go back to the window? I have no idea how to get back to the preset window. No, I don't want to visit there. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's do, I don't know. Nothing's really catching my ear with this. I'm sure you guys got some sauce in Shaper Box. That's just not the plugin I use. It's just a little too convoluted. All right, so here's the vibe we created. Let's send it through our tape echo. Now, one last thing I want to show you guys is convolution reverb. Now you can open this up. Let's just actually, you can open it up in Fruity Convolver. Look for Liquid Sonics Bricasti M7 impulse response samples, and you could drag those straight into Fruity Convolver. I'm going to use Verb Suite from Steven Slate because it gives me an interface and it has a chorus function that I don't think Fruity Convolver has. So we're going to load this up, and it has all of my stuff in a folder, I believe. I don't know where I put it, but I'm pretty sure. So I forget where I put the banks, but I don't think I imported them yet. But anyhow, they have impulse responses in here, and what we can do is add chorus, which is pretty unique. And now we're running our sound through a real space, and it just adds that dimension to it. What most people do is they'll run their sounds through room reverbs. So I'm gonna look for like drum rooms. Not sure why it's labeled like instruments, but usually drum rooms are a little bit smaller. So now it just adds like a width to the sound as opposed to like a reverb tail. And also we have this chorus. Let's see if we can push this drum a little harder. Actually, it doesn't need all that stuff. So this is me reacting in real time to the stuff I just learned about. Thanks to those guys. I want to credit again. I want to credit Sway Flow, Software Audio, MB Sticks, and the guy that starts with a K, forgive me. I'll put his YouTube below. So let's vibe out to this. Let's add like some strumming just to see if that adds something. Only issue I can see with this, again, is that CPU is really high. Let me see which plugins are causing that though. So it says Pigments is eating up 20% of the CPU right now, which is pretty much a CPU hog. So again, if I was making a beat doing this, it would eat up so much CPU that it'd be hard to make the rest of the beat. So what I would recommend doing is just separating melody making from beat making, unless you have like a supercomputer. But yeah, that's the only issue I have with this. CPU is crazy. I almost forgot to show you guys one more plugin. So let's add this Reaktor plugin. There's a guy, James Peck. Shout out to James Peck from the Reaktor community. Where is it at? Reaktor. Okay, so I think you need the full version of Reaktor to load this up. I don't think there's a free version. And then we're going to open up File, Open, and we're going to open up what's called an ensemble or preset, basically. Let's go to sounds, native instruments, and then James Reactor, and then James Peck. He has a lot of dope ones, from tape emulations to this one called the Fairfield Circuitry. I have the real pedal on the floor. I'll grab it in a second, but basically it emulates that pedal. So it sounds very close. So it's like a low pass filter that's dynamic. So here's without. I'm gonna link all this stuff below. Okay, so that's with. Let me show you guys the real pedal. Hold on. So here's the Fairfield Circuitry KFM 9060, or wait, no, KFM 9085 by Fairfield Circuitry. So this is what it's emulating, is a real guitar pedal. That plugin's also good on drums, that effect. So let's copy it to the drum. For these drums, it makes them a little too lo-fi for this vibe, but again, that's a great plugin. So talk about secret R&B sauce. This is almost all the sauce in one video. Consider this a sauce masterclass, but we want to credit the people who actually put me on. Sway Flow for putting me on to the how to actually do the Pigments multi-samples. Jacob brought it to my awareness though, from Sauceware Audio. Shout out to Jacob. And B Sticks did a really good video about R&B effects. I shared it to the community tab so you guys could check it out. And shout out to the Alchemist for inspiring that delay effect. All right, I think we credited everybody. There's a dude, again, starts with a K. Forgive me, dude, because I forgot his name. Forgot to write it down. But shout out to him. I'll link all the videos and all the resources below, the Reactor plugin, the YouTube videos, and I guess all the how to find the plugins and drum breaks. Look for Beat Butcher's drum breaks. They are the best, in my opinion, from Beat Butcher. He is the best, or I don't know who runs the company, but Beat Butcher has the best drum breaks, period. All right, guys. Peace. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.